Hello, and thank you for your time. Today, I would like to know if I can interest you in a proposal. It's very simple. I would like to work more efficiently, decrease the likelihood of missing work, save our company money, and make us more competitive in the modern business world. All of this is possible and can be accomplished through a well-planned telecommuting program. Specifically, I am proposing a plan in which I would be working from home several days each week and coming into the office other days. In this presentation, I intend to show you how an effective work-from-home program can meet the needs of a 21st century workforce as well as provide a great benefit to our company. Telecommuting is often referred to as telework, work from home, or remote work, and is simply taking advantage of the ability to move a workspace away from the traditional office. Employers have taken advantage of telecommuting for as long as the technology allowing it has existed. We have the ability to stay in touch now more than ever before through email, instant messaging, video conferencing, and even with a good old-fashioned phone call. For the right type of employee and the right job, this may even be the preferred way of doing business. According to Marcia Rhodes of World at Work, teleworking is best suited to jobs that are information-based, predictable, portable, or demand a high degree of privacy and concentration. Let's first consider whether teleworking can result in higher productivity. Consider a weekday morning when you work in an office. If you're like the average American commuter, according to the U.S. Census, you spend about 25 minutes getting to work. So you leave home at 8:25 to allow for traffic problems or a stop at the gas station, and then you get to work by 9 and head for your desk. On the way there, a colleague wants to chat about your plans for the weekend. You cut the visit short because you have a 9:20 meeting in the conference room. You get to your desk, unpack your files, and then head upstairs for the meeting. At 9:20, your boss's secretary steps in to inform everyone that the boss is tied up on a phone call, but that it shouldn't be too much longer. You wish you could be working at your desk, but have to be available, so you stay put. At 9:30, your meeting begins. An hour later, at 10:30, you return to your desk, boot up your computer, and settle in to work. Compare this to a typical telework morning for the same job. At 8:30, you start your computer and get to work, logging 2 productive hours before that meeting you attend by video conference ever even begins. Even better, you didn't have to fight traffic or dodge any time-wasting conversations. It may seem surprising that teleworking employees see the lack of social interaction as a plus until you stop to consider that it's sometimes hard to get work done in the office. According to the Telework Research Network, businesses lose $600 billion per year due to workplace distractions. But more than 2/3 of employers who implement telecommuting report increased productivity. Among these are companies like Delta Airlines, where developers rolled out their telework program in 2006 dressed in pajamas to demonstrate one potential benefit of ditching the daily commute. A few years later, that same company realized a great benefit when during a massive snowstorm, more at-home employees volunteered for needed overtime shifts than did in-office employees. Other more typical situations where the flexibility of working from home may be helpful would be unexpected issues such as a transportation problem or being sick. With the telecommuting option, these everyday challenges wouldn't necessarily result in lost days of productivity. Let's look at other points of concern to a business that may be considering a flexible work plan. Some organizations worry that telecommuting means they lose valuable contact with employees. The proposal I'm making today would address this by scheduling weekly in-office hours, and as I've pointed out already, technology allows meetings and collaboration to happen very easily. Some companies who offer remote working also develop a system for shared office space, where employees reserve time at a desk each week for in-office work and meetings. The benefit to the organization is that real estate costs are reduced, as well as other overhead costs such as parking, supplies, and utilities. The difference to the bottom line can't be overemphasized. As the Congressional Budget Office researched the implementation of this type of program for government workers, they estimated the 5-year cost to be around $30 million. That sounds like a lot, but compare that to the $100 million price tag of closing federal offices in Washington, D.C. for just one snow day. In fact, The typical company would save about $11,000 per year per person if employees were given the option of working half of their weekly schedule at home. The last point I would like to make about telecommuting is the rising demand for these types of jobs. While the total workforce declined between 2011 and 2012, telecommuting grew nearly 80%. The demographic information about those workers may surprise you. In contrast to the stereotypical image of an at-home employee being a mother of young children stuffing envelopes to earn extra money, the typical telecommuter is a 49-year-old, college-educated, salaried professional who earns around $58,000 per year. Companies are using these programs to be attractive to their most valuable employees. In Fortune magazine's 2011 list of the 100 best companies to work for, 82 of them offered flexible work options. In an interview with Dr. Joyce Russell from the University of Maryland's Smith Business School, she put it this way: if your competitors are using telecommuting and you're not, that can really put you at a disadvantage when it comes to recruiting and retaining top talent in the firm. In contrast, a well-designed plan has the potential to grow our company into the future by giving that talent the flexibility it needs in the modern world. In conclusion, I've addressed the most common concerns and outlined some of the best considerations to keep in mind to implement an effective telework program. Let me encourage you to consider telecommuting as a way to increase productivity, save money, and make our company more desirable for other good employees. Thank you for your time.